So this is a kind of a poor man's guide to breaking stuff, fracturing stuff. I'll quickly show you what it does. Okay, now what this is essentially, it says polysphere here, and I'll explain why later. But basically this is, I've modelled this, rather than use any kind of Veroni algorithm or anything like that. I've just modelled this, basically. And then I've turned it into Encloth, and I've added this volume access field here. And there's a few dynamic constraints around here as well. And the full effect of doing all that and messing around with a few settings gives us this. Oops. There you go. And it's quite easy and quick to do, and I'll quickly give a demonstration of how to do that. New scene, and let's start. Well, you don't have to do this, but I'll just explain what I did to begin with. I started with a sphere. Let's turn these down to maybe this 4. Okay. I'm going to delete these bottom faces. I'm going to flatten this down. And then I'm going to snap this to the grid. And then I'm just going to make these points into a square. Okay. Right, so that's our window, and I'm just going to add a texture to it just as a guide of a cracked window pane. So it will give me a guide of where I can draw some, where I can divide up the pane. So, and I just got an image from okay, let's just alter this a bit, and then just line it up with my with the center point that I made. Okay. Now that I've done that, I'm going to go into this toolbox here. There's this kind of extra modelling tools in Maya, and you have this multi-cut tool, which is really cool, because now you can just draw around any way you like and make these kind of cracks in your glass. Doesn't work, just press Ctrl-Z and start again. And so on and so on, and then I can kind of come in here and do a similar thing as well. And it doesn't take that long. Okay, so you get the idea. So you just use an image to kind of basically make your cracked geometry. And then you can just take your original Lambert and put that back on and get rid of it. And then any kind of places where you want to kind of adjust things a bit more, you can just do that slightly. So anyway, I'm going to show you one that I've already made, because it takes a bit of time to go through this, but you get the general idea. It's easy to model cracked surfaces in Maya. That's basically what I'm trying to get across here. Okay, so here's our cracked surface. The next thing we want to do is just detach all the vertices. So we can go here, in our mesh tools, I think, where is it? Detach. Okay, and what that does is if we grab a vertex now, we can move it, and it's basically not attached anymore to the rest of it. Okay, and it's all still just one object, which is what we want. Now we're going to extrude it to make our glass plane, and there we go. Let's delete the history. Okay, so now it's pretty easy. What we do now is go to our FX panel, and we've got end cloth. Although this isn't necessarily cloth, we're going to turn it into end cloth in any case. Okay, and then what that does gives us our nucleus and our end cloth node, and in our end cloth, we choose our nucleus. We'll go in and we'll add a ground plane. Ground plane, use plane. So now we've got a floor that this will fall down onto. Okay, so there you go. Right. Now you see a lot of tutorials where people make a kind of a cannonball that goes through breaking the glass and stuff. You don't really need to do that. All you need really is something called a volume access field, which is just here. I think this is. I'm just gonna. So this is with the settings reset. So this is straight off the bat volume access field, and if you just put that in place, press play, you'll get some kind of fracturing effect going on there. Okay. The other thing you can do is you can add you can attach some of your vertexes, kind of just keep them in place a little bit with a end constraint. A transform constraint is usually the one I use. And the good thing about this is it's animatable. Okay, so enable is on, so we can just key that, and then maybe go further along the timeline, put another key that, and for the next one we'll turn that off. Set another key. And what that means is these will just kind of hang there for a bit and then fall off, if you see what I mean. Adjust your volume access field however you want. You can take off this away from center attribute and make it directional. Turn that to 1, so the directional speed is 1, and it gives you like this arrow there now. You see that? Little arrow. So that will give you a direction of for your volume access field. And you can also add things like a bit of turbulence as well, and that will kind of help the overall look. And if you want, you can up the magnitude. Just to make the effect a bit harsher. And I'm not sure what attenuation actually does, but I've seen people put it on. And the other thing you can do is set the max distance. Where's that? Use max distance. So I might just set that to 5 or something. It kind of keeps the simulation under control a bit. So there you go. That's basically how you can do destruction effects without using a fancy plugin. It's actually very easy to do. And the other thing that's nice is that you can actually model exactly what it is that you're trying to break, and you can have much more creative control over what it is that you want to break rather than just have to put up with whatever the plugin gives you. Okay.